Am I recording? Perfect. Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm very tired. I went for
I'm
rock climbing, indoor rock climbing
oh,
for first time yesterday with the kids.
fun,
That's a
fun,
birthday,
fun.
yeah, birthday present. But yeah, fun. But I realized, it's affecting actually. I feel different, but it was really, really good experience. It was good.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot on your back and grip.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
upper body, yeah,
Yeah,
and thigh as well, upper body and thigh. It's a full body exercise. It was really good. I really
yeah,
enjoyed
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of mindset too, like because like if you're stuck in the middle, like there's so much going on in the mind, and a lot of rock climbing people it says like mostly it's just the mindset. It's not so much physical.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and my daughter loved it. So yeah, there was some part you have to actually look up and just play with some tricky ones. So yeah, it was a good exercise. So every life, everything in your life you need to plan and
yeah,
calm and just persistence. It just everything I do these days, it just keep reminding me of all the mindset training we did and all that. Actually, that's been very, very, very helpful.
that's great.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear.
yeah, very
So just to
helpful.
answer some of your questions, you
Mm-hmm.
said you want to add the bio link, the checkout link, the
Mm-hmm.
website link.
Mm-hmm.
So this is under edit profile, and then you should have a place for website. So this is on a
Mm-hmm.
desktop, but on a mobile, you should still under edit profile, you should still see a place where you can place the link. And as for the link, we just copy the your funnel and
Mm-hmm.
the first page, so the squeeze page,
Mm-hmm.
the first page, and then the URL path, and then we just click this button, and then it will
Yeah.
copy to the clipboard, and then you paste it on that part. So this is the first step of your funnel. So meaning that they are getting this is what that you should have, like where you get their name and email. So this is the page where you want to send them to. Does that make
Mm.
sense? So
Yes.
so this is my freebie. So like this is where I send them to, and then I get the email. So this is why I want to get this link and not the bottom one. So the bottom one is the thank you one. So the first
Mm.
one is where you should send them your traffic to.
Mm.
Is that
Mm.
more clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
Actually, yeah, I wasn't 100% sure which link I'm putting in my bio.
Okay, okay.
I'm still editing that squeeze page.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm just going through about to go to ChatGPT and just change the wording. I chose the template and
yeah,
just
yeah.
I need to change the wording and photo.
Okay.
But freebie, I just download from Canva the
Yeah,
daily
yeah,
checklist, weekly checklist, and meal planner checklist, and
yeah,
self-care checklist, then just put it in one PDF file.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that will do. Mm.
And then from then on, you can set up like either a mini chat or you can do it manually. So up to you how you send the freebie in.
Mm. Can do
So
both, isn't it? I thought I just do both. I put it on the bio
yeah, 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 yeah,
and
yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
some posting if it's relevant, then I just put comment, then I send it from the posting as well.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
just to
that's why
test.
we want to create content close to what your freebie is. So
Mm.
let's say your video, your reel is like busy, like a lot of toys everywhere, a lot of clothes everywhere, like a lot of dishes piled up. Like it could be that, like
Mm.
because people need to relate to your content, right? So moms like see a lot of like messy stuff, like laundry, dishes, or like toys on the ground. So then you can at the end say comment something to get the freebie of your checklist of your
Mm.
time organizing. Is that more
Mm.
clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking that as well. So
In terms of the landing page and the links, are you okay?
landing page, I'm working on it. So can I
Do
share
you
what
want to
I
share a screen or do you need
yeah.
I can give you here. You can be co-host and now you can share a screen.
I have to hang on. Open. I was about to open 69. Yep. And can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So for the URL path, if you don't want, oh, if you go back,
Yeah, I go back.
if you don't want that number, you can actually change it. You can change it to like guide or like checklist. Like you see
Yeah.
1858. Yeah, yeah. You can delete that. You can just type checklist and it should work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
I
If
click
you
from
don't like
here.
that,
They
yeah,
want to customize.
correct. Yeah. You can customize it. Yeah.
Oh.
And then for the name, you can even change it to like checklist so people don't see like squeeze
Mm,
page. Yeah.
okay. So I'll put this. And then need to edit later on. So, and I also edit thank you page later on, isn't it? I'm on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So I just change the font and color, choose that, just need to rewording
Yeah.
this and change
Yeah.
photo and change it
Yeah.
to be this. And here, so here I can also change the wording, isn't it? Like not
Correct.
people say
You
download or something.
so you see the yeah the you click on that and then on the left side you go down, scroll down. No, no, not this. There, right there. No, no, scroll down, down. Type off, right there. Button text. You see it?
Mm.
Correct. Yeah. So you can change it right there. Like get download, download checklist, download guide, whatever you want.
Download
And then
free planner or something. Yeah, okay.
yeah, whatever you want. And then on if you want to check the layout, so right now is a desktop layout. If people open it on computer, that's what they see. But if you want to check out the mobile version, so on the left side, on the very bottom, do you see the phone
Oh, here.
on the yeah. Yeah, yeah. If you click it, then this is what people will see on the phone. So then
Right.
you have a better idea how it looks like. Because most likely when you send people from Instagram, this is what they will see. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be better for you to edit, like always check the mobile version of
Yeah,
your
agree.
landing page. Then people
Mm.
would, because sometimes the wording you want it, you might want it differently. The layout you might want it differently. So because the phone is smaller, then
Mm.
you want something like this, right? Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So here,
So this is yeah, go ahead.
mm,
Yeah,
so your first name, last name. I don't know this
email.
page. I email, and here I
Yeah.
just want to put like a first name or heading, or just it doesn't really
Those
matter.
won't
But
show up. So what they see is just
um,
what you see exactly right here. So they won't see the
mm,
orange part. You
yeah,
get what I mean?
no. What I
So
mean is here, this one, the original one, have just this. So I edit this part. But I just want to put heading here, first name, but this one just doesn't have. But if it's what it is, then I'll just go by it. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just curious whether I'm missing anything if I
what do you
put
mean?
this
I'm
one.
not getting your question.
Okay, so this part, email part, there is a
Yeah.
heading of your email,
I
this
think.
part here.
Oh, that is a extra text. That's an extra line. So if you copy, so if you hover over the email, your email,
Yeah.
like yeah, and then press the second one, the two rectangle,
This one,
that's
copy.
duplicate. Correct. Yeah, and then move
And go up.
drag one on top of. No, click on it, click on the
Oh yeah,
box. Yeah, there you go. You
I
got
think
it.
I done it.
And
Yeah.
then you
Ah,
just
okay.
and then you go to the yeah, and then you just press your first name. Yeah.
Mm.
You can or cannot, like
No.
up to you. It doesn't really matter because in the box already it says first name,
Name.
and then
Yeah.
in the box already says email. So it's up to you if you
Yeah.
want. If you don't want it, you can just
Just
trash it,
delete.
and you can trash both. Up to you. It's your design, your page, so you
Yes.
get to play around with it.
Yeah. I just wanna make it same. Okay, that's fine. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah. So this is
Okay.
what you just edit now. Like you just play around it with it. You have
Mm,
fun with it, you know. Another way, so this is when you're comfortable with one landing page,
mm.
do you have any more things to show me or ask me about this landing page before I want to show you the next thing?
Yes, just one more. So to PDF,
Save
I'm
changes.
loading.
Make sure to save change first.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So where do I go? I have to go back to.
Desktop. So
I
the bot
to
what do you
put
want to do?
it, it link my PDF in this button, isn't it? I saw somewhere.
So you click on that, and
Yeah.
then yeah, click on the and
Here.
then the file. So you yeah, so on the cloud on the right hand side you see a little cloud. Yeah,
Okay.
you can
Just
upload your
upload from
file
here.
here. Correct, yeah. Or you can also make them go to like a the next page as well. Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah. And then you select the file.
Oh, and insert
Uh
and done.
yeah, correct. I think you have to select it. Yeah. Yeah, and then
File
save
is here.
change. Correct, yeah. And then save change. And then if you want to test it out, you can click on the I button right beside it on the left. The yeah, correct, yeah. So you can test it out. So this is just like a demo page, like testing out. So
Mm.
you can just type whatever your first name and last name to test it out. You can test out. This is a
Ah,
live. Yeah, yeah. So just put Courtney and then put any email, yeah, and then press yes download. So this is what you'll get. So this is what people would see. So this way you can test out if everything is going correctly. So this is what they will get.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Perfect.
working. So it's working.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
it's
mm.
just a way to test it out.
Mm. Yep. I think I'm all good with
Okay.
this this
I would
part.
give more value in terms of your planner instead of just
Mm,
using template. Maybe give some of your tips. So what
mm.
makes your
Here.
planner different, right? It's not just
Mm,
another template. Like
mm,
always have more value. So then because this is a freebie, right? We want to make sure that they are getting a lot of value from the free stuff already. So when they
mm,
want to either want your service or know more about you, you're
mm,
already building the trust, right? Because this is
mm,
this like the very first step of building the trust. So
mm,
that's why when we give out the free stuff, we always want to go above and beyond of
mm.
like just normal stuff, right? So like
Yeah.
you want to like have more of your little tips or tricks into it so that people are like okay, or you can even have like a small video embedded in the very end of your Canva. So in your
Mm,
Canva, like you can because you can put videos in, right? So people can click it.
mm,
So you can even like tell people like, oh, how you can maximize this particular planner. Because if not,
mm,
it just looks like pages with squares, right? So you want
mm,
to
mm,
educate them how you can maximize it, how you can benefit it to the most. And like, let's
mm,
say if you're a working mom or you have two kids, however you want to make sure that they are benefiting and not just like, oh, it's just like that, right?
mm, mm.
Does that make more sense? Because like even
Yes.
like okay, if you look at my gut guide, I have a lot of actionable steps, not just like a PDF, right?
Mm,
It's actionable steps that they can actually take to get the benefit right away instead of just, oh, this is it, right? So you always want to give more and more and more value, and then so that when they will remember, oh, Courtney gave me this very useful tip or useful tool. I want more of her stuff. So let's say down the road you have like supplement for more energy, supplement for better sleep, right? Because if moms who are hectic, who have busy schedules, and if they don't have enough energy, they don't have enough sleep, or they have bad hormones, like this all tie together. But with your freebie, like you can even include it in your freebie, you know, like
mm,
at the very end, you can say, if you're
mm,
having this problem, take this. If you're having this problem, take this. Because then you're
mm,
solving their problem, right? Because most
mm,
hectic moms, they don't have enough energy,
mm,
and because they lack of sleep, right? And they don't have quality sleep. And why do
mm,
they not have quality sleep? It could be because their mind is all stressful. So you can have something for stress. You can have something for their hormone. So you can like at the very bottom of your planner, like if you click on your, can you click on your planner tab? Yeah. So if you scroll, so all these are just like templates,
mm,
right? So at the very end, you can include one more page. It's like, oh, if you have these problems, right? Because right now it's just planning, right? But like
yeah.
we want to solve problems right away. So at the same
Mm,
time, you can, and in this freebie, you can embed like, hey, this is what helped me with more energy, better sleep, better hormones, less deal with stress, and this is what supplements I take, and this is where you can embed your Stella link into all of these, so people can
mm,
click into it. But you have to give more context. You can't just like here, this is right. You have to like
mm,
you have to talk to their pain point. Like, hey, I get
mm,
you, hectic moms. Like all these tasks are must do. Like you can't kind of outsource it. You can't hire like this is what we need to deal with. But in order to deal with these checklists to all these tasks, we must have energy, good sleep, how like our body needs to deal with our hormones, our period, our stress hormones, like all these, you want to like kind of punch them in the pain point. Like
mm,
why stressful mothers or busy moms can't deal with this is because they're so low in energy. After work, they're already like done. And then they
mm,
have to deal with kids, right? So pain point, pain point, pain point, right? Like it's great that you have this planner, but we want to punch them in the pain point. So they're like, oh, Courtney gets me. Oh, Courtney
mm,
gets my pain point. Okay, I'm gonna try this pain point. So because at this particular moment they need more help, not just a planner, right? They want
mm,
like solve my problem for me. So how we can solve the problem is like better sleep, more energy, better hormones, and how we can deal with stress now, right? So most likely most people want like quick fix. So we provide a little bit of quick fix for them. Does that make more sense? So
yes.
then you're hitting them with something, not just okay, I throw something out and hope for the best. No, that's not
Mm,
what we
mm,
want to
mm,
hit
mm,
them with the pain point, right? Because
mm,
most moms are lack of energy, no time, stress, and no sleep. But how we can improve them, right? So you can play around with your way. It could
mm,
be
mm,
like so how I help the people with gut issues is I have a guide with anxiety, a guide with sleep, a guide with dealing with
mm,
stress. So like because it's not just the gut problem, right?
mm,
Like it's gut problem. Like what they can feel is the gut, but what's causing the gut can be stress, can be sleep, can be work, can be anxiety. So I have a tool for them to deal with stress, to deal with sleep, to deal with anxiety. So when they get the gut guide, it's not just about the diet. It's not just about what they eat, how they eat, and what kind of supplements to take, but also extra stuff to support them. Does that make more
mm.
sense? So
Yeah.
so that way when they get it, they're like, oh, this is so much value. It's like then the next step is like how I can apply all this. Then that can be a course or it can be a
Mm.
one-to-one that you help them with. Does that do you
Yeah.
see like why we're doing
Pretty
this
good.
now? Like
Mm,
yeah,
mm,
yeah. So it's not just giving out free, it's not just about making videos, it's not just about giving this free guide, but it's also down the road how we can help them, like coach them one-on-one, right? And if they, let's say, oh, money is a stressor to solve this problem of busy mom, then you can teach them how you can make money, right? Because sometimes money can be the stress, not time or
Mm,
not energy. It's the money, right? So then you can have more different angles coming in, which matches your video as well.
mm, mm. Very good
Dude,
point.
the
Yeah. So that's a lot more clear where to head. Um, so I thought, okay, I don't want to spend too much time. Just get it done and test it first. But I thought about
yeah,
adding video or photo, how to use this one, like the print and just put in this, like a laminate sheet, and you can
yeah.
reusable those way. But I didn't think expand to those stress and hormone issue and health issue supplement and all that. But that's a very good
Mm.
point because that's the way I want to go eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, and eventually that's how you make
Mm-mm.
money, right? Because we
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to just
that's
give, give,
right.
give, 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 and no money, right?
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
very end, we need to think how we are making money. Is it by coaching? Is it by supplements that we sell from New Skin? Or is it by like her like whatever you're making ways of making money, we have to attach that to the end goal, right? To the very end.
Mm,
But we need to from this freebie, how we're gonna make it to the end is like we need to start thinking. So this is
mm.
just a kind of like appetizer, right?
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
supplements, our
Yeah.
our coaching is the main course, right? So
Mm,
we want to have that. Like if you want, like I don't know if you work out or have some exercise that you do on a regular base, you
mm,
personally can have like, oh, these are the exercise that I can do at work or with a office chair or with an office desk, and then even have that like as a small thing to for them to buy or to give them whatever it is. But like you have to think now in the overall, right? Because now Courtney is a
mm,
brand helping
mm,
moms
mm,
with busy schedule. But busy schedule is only a symptom. You know how your
mm,
kids have sickness and they have runny nose? They have
mm,
runny nose and but that's not the sickness, right? Runny nose is only a symptom. They only you
mm.
have you have runny nose because of symptoms, but the actual thing is
Root
because they
cause,
have a virus, they have a bacteria. That's why they have a
immunity.
runny nose.
Mm,
Right.
mm, mm.
So we have to solve the real stuff and not just a runny nose, right? But
Gotcha.
this checklist is like helping them solve the runny nose. But down the road, let's say supplements or some exercise or whatever you offer is the actual medicine for their flu, for their virus, for their bacteria. Does
Mm.
that make more sense? Like in a bigger scheme?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking in my head like you mentioned, like working moms, like a daily desk workout
Yeah.
guide or something. Those things I can do like a freebie down the line, link to my post. Yeah. And I never thought about anxiety guide, and that sounds actually really, really good. Yeah.
Just
Mm.
look at your like
Stress
ask
guide,
yourself
yeah.
like
Stress guide and
your
sleep guide,
because
yeah.
you are the main person too, right? Because you need to relate to them. So when you want to break down, when your when your daughter is not listening to you, or they're throwing a tantrum, and you have stress at work, and your husband
Mood
is busy,
swing, yeah.
like all those, like you just want to pull your hair, and it's like right. So those are the
Mm.
moments where you want to talk to those moms because those moms are those are the pain points. Those are like the situation where we want to help them with. Because normally,
Mm.
if they're like, oh, my husband is helping out, my kid is doing well, they're doing their homework, they go to take shower by themselves, get changed by themselves, then it's perfect. This is perfect world. There's no need for us to help them, right? But when in a in a not so ideal world or not so ideal situation, then we can have value. Then we can provide help. Then we can provide more ways to lessen their pain point, right? So
Yeah,
like think in ways where it's like those situations.
cool. Yeah, got it. That's where I want to heading to. So because a lot of YouTube video, they just showing perfect mom and organizing house so perfectly, their meals so perfectly. And but in real world, we are not. And I just want
No,
to just
no.
talk about the stuff that people don't really posting a
Mm-hmm.
lot, and but everyone has it, then you know
Mm-hmm.
that then that's going to the way that you just mentioned, just then discover all the problems, then
Mm-hmm.
just solutions and guide or whatever. That's what I'm approaching. And
Yeah.
I've been chatting with a colleague, in our wellness chat,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she's in
yeah,
New
yeah, yeah,
Zealand.
yeah.
Yeah, both of us
Yeah, yeah,
having
yeah.
that school holidays and things. We started. She messaged me, so we chat, and so she's not in this 6 weeks program. So she's just come from your gut guide, some
Yeah,
campaign or whatever. Yeah, and she
yeah,
mentioned that she's doing like a 10K daily walk like
yeah,
partnering with
yeah,
you and all those. Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
it
yeah.
didn't go very much detailed, but I just want to hear more from you. How you attracting those customer and just guiding them, because that's a
So
very
everyone
similar to
is
I
different.
want to head into.
So everyone is very different. Like not everyone is have the same needs, right? Like
Mm,
not everyone wants to launch a um business right away. So for her, it's more so like she's taking the supplement. Like she tried
mm,
the pink drink, the new biome,
mm,
right? So everyone's entry is very different. Does that make
mm.
sense? So
Yeah.
like I have to meet them where they are and then slowly ascension them upwards. Like
Mm,
for Sky, Sky is a realtor, a business person, right? So she's
mm,
ready to start another business. She's ready to earn incomes. But versus like moms, right? It's very different. Their main target is just to take care of their kids and
mm,
maybe take care of themselves and then maybe earn money. So everyone's
mm,
like entry point is different, but I want to have somewhere to attract them first.
mm.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
So
So
for
you.
you, like it can be like different things. Like you have many different ways to attract leads. Because without
Mm,
leads, we're dead. Like no like in the past, like when we do new skin, like we need leads too, right? Leads are like nameless. I don't know if you went through like nameless, like co
yeah.
market and hot market,
Yeah.
and then just keep on writing out nameless. So
Yeah.
that is one
That,
way of getting leads, right? Leads are like nameless and oh,
yeah.
oh,
It's all
can you
good
hear me?
from.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I got cut off for a moment. So leads are like this is what leads mean, but like in online world, we want to make sure that we attract these leads with different things. So one of them is a freebie, a checklist. For Colleen, I attracted her with the gut and the 10K steps too, right? And then she saw my keeps seeing my other videos and she's like, okay, I'm ready for like the new biome gut drink. So in all these like it's different way to attract leads. Because when we increase leads, then we don't have to worry about this one not buying, that one not wanting to join, because we have so many coming in already. Does that make more
Mm,
sense?
yes. So my question is more to, so you got the leads from all those different posting or different channel. And once, let's say, one of my leads and similar case to Colleen, let's say both has got biome, what is it, pink biome or whatever. And from there to going to, so you just keep interacting with them through chat and going to, okay, I can do 10K run with you, and I can do like a morning, like a miracle morning with you, and those things. So you just keep interacting with them one on one. Is that how you build a relationship with the customer?
Build
Through
trust,
online.
build trust and build connection, right? Because if there is no trust, it's impossible for me to ask them to buy. So like supplements are cheaper. Supplements are like $60 to $100, but still that can be a big amount for a mom or
Yes.
someone from
Yeah.
online, right? But
Mm,
if I'm selling them like let's say a 5,000 or even $10,000 product, right? Then you need to have that trust. If there's no
mm.
trust, it's kind of like, hey, Courtney, you want to give me
It's just
ten
your
thousand dollars?
salesperson. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's no connection, there's no trust, right? So forever, whatever you want to offer out, don't make it an extra thing out of your life. Okay, so if you're not doing 10K steps for yourself, don't do it. but I'm doing 10K steps every day normally anyways. So I'm
mm,
just offering this little habit for other people. So like, hey, do you want this? I can I can connect with you that way, right? So let's say if you have some kind of thing that you're already doing. Let's say waking up at 5 a.m. and reading the Bible. This is something that you do, and then you read the Bible and you read one verse, and then you like to kind of meditate on it or pray on it. That can be something that you already do. Then you can offer that as a accountability with a person. You can connect them with them on a spiritual level, on a
mm,
Bible level, on a daily base that you're already doing, right?
mm,
Like you're not. I don't want you to add more stuff into your day because that's not what we
mm,
want. You're already
mm,
busy enough, okay? You're already a
mm,
mom. You're working. Like you don't want to add more things, but you want to think what you're already doing and then offer that out. Does that make more
mm,
sense?
mm, mm,
Because that way you're not adding to it. You're just sharing what you're doing that works, and then you're building that relationship. And then when they're ready, they're like, "Hey, Courtney, what? How do you make money, anyways? Like, how do you make
right.
extra money? Or hey, how do you always stay so energetic? How do you always sleep so well? You know."
Mm,
So that's when you can share on your reel,
mm,
like like those hooking points, like mom confession, right?
mm,
It's like I'm tired after my 9 to 5 job, but this is
mm,
why I stay so energetic. It's because of this supplement. But you don't want to
mm,
show the name or whatever. You're just telling them what's inside the supplement. So let's say
mm,
when I share Meta, I share about anthocyanins, the key
mm,
ingredient, but I don't share
mm,
about ageLOC Meta or Meta or New Skin because then they will search it and they will buy from somewhere else. Because
mm,
eBay, Amazon, I don't know what you guys have in New Zealand, but like anything outside of New Skin is always cheaper,
mm,
right? It's always
mm,
cheaper.
mm,
Then the whole point of you like giving the secret sauce, it's gone.
mm.
Does it make sense? But when
Mm.
you just say, oh, anthocyanins, they if they go Google, like there's so
Yeah.
many anthocyanins supplements, right? But then they would come back and say, hey, Courtney, which one do you take? Which one do you take to make sure that you have good sleep? Which one do you take to make sure you have enough energy? Right? That's when you like, hey, this is the one. I can send you the link. Is this what are you ready to purchase? Make sure you always qualify them, right? Are you ready to purchase? Are you looking to purchase? I can send you the discount link.
Yeah.
So always ask before you send them the link, right?
Yeah.
That way then they're like, okay, I'm ready to buy. Instead of you sending them link, they're like, oh, I'm not even ready to buy. Then
Mm.
the sales are not ready. Then you don't close the sale, right? So
That's
it
right.
goes from cold lead to warm lead to ready to buy, right? There's a stage of going through, but the front stage we're doing this through online, the freebies, the daily stuff that you want to do with them. Does that
Mm,
make more
mm.
sense?
Yeah. So for example, the 10K run, your case, my case is like morning 5 minutes exercise, for example. Then did you do like a 10K run video about it and people interested and started doing it with you? And I just wanna trying to make a connection how Colin in New Zealand started doing 10K run with someone in Canada and just then link. Yeah. How
it's
you
it's
build
all
it.
just social
Yeah.
media, right? Like it's all
Mm,
social media. That's why like the beauty of social media is like I don't have to
yeah.
focus on my current country. Like
Mm,
my teams are not just in Canada. My teams are in US, my teams are in like Asia. Like they're not just in where I am at. In fact, like I don't like to just do where I'm at because if they're in the same city, they want me to see them. And
mm.
I don't have that time to
You
see
don't have a
each one,
time.
right?
Mm,
No, and but if let's say if we're in the same city, then more likely they will ask you to like, can I see you? Can I see you? But
yeah.
that does not mean you're increasing the output. You're not increasing what the sales are. They're just seeing you, right? So when you build your business or when you build the habit of like this is how I operate, this is where I am, but I can help you with this online, then you will attract people like that. Does that make more sense? Like when I did the 10K run, right? No, it's not even a run, it's just a walk. It's a 10K
Mm,
walk every day, okay?
mm.
So I start posting online. I start
Oh, you
posting on
did
my
posting.
stories.
Mm, I got you.
On
Okay.
my stories. So on my stories, I always say,
Mm.
oh, 10K, 10K, 10K. And then
Ah, yeah.
I also put why I do that, right? In my
Mm,
stories, I put why I do those things and how it will benefit my gut, how it will benefit my day. Like I keep posting, right? And then down the road, I would have a opening. I'm like, hey, who wants to join? Right? And
mm,
then
mm,
I will
yeah.
always have an emoji. And if
Yeah.
they react to that emoji, then I would direct message them. I'm like, hey, you showed interest on the 10K steps every day. Is this something that you want to do? Right? And then they'll will have an interaction. We'll
Yeah.
start talking, right? On Instagram, and then they will say, "Oh, I can't do 10K because I'm busy at work. I don't have enough energy. Oh my, whatever, whatever." Then that's a situation where we can provide value, right? If they're like,
Mm,
"Oh, I'm too tired. I'm always low in energy. I can't sleep." Whatever, whatever, whatever. And then I keep asking, I'm like, is this something that you want to solve now? Is this something that
mm,
you want to solve like now and you want to invest in it? In yourself, right? Do you want to invest in
yeah.
yourself to solve this problem? If they're like, no, no, I like usually they won't say no, okay? Because usually when you ask them, they'll be like, yeah, I do want to solve it, but I don't know how. Then you
Mm,
because these are the questions we ask to qualify them. Is
yeah.
this a problem you want to solve now? Is this something that you want? Is this something that's bothering you, right? Are you willing to try something new? Or what have you tried? We want to always ask, like, what have you tried already? Because we want to know if we are giving like, oh, you can take this, but they already tried it, then there's no point of in us giving them that same methods again, right? So we
Mm,
won't always want to ask like, what have you tried to solve this problem? Did it work? Usually
mm,
it doesn't because it's still happening, right? If it's still
yeah.
happening, doesn't mean it doesn't work. But we're like, okay, if you tried this and it doesn't work, is this something that you want to fix now? Right? Do you want some of my recommendation that help me solve this problem in a shorter time, right? Because we want to get them from point A to point B faster. So
Mm,
point A is very tired, low energy. Point B is a lot of energy, right? Point A is can't sleep, and point B is I can always sleep, right after when I
mm,
lie on bed, right? So whatever
mm,
it is, point A to point B, we want to get them there faster. So we want to
mm,
offer them either a supplement or a course or a one-to-one, whatever it is, then we can get them from point A to point B faster. Does that make
mm.
sense?
Yes. So do you
So
do like those wellness course as well? If
yeah,
you're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
the
So
pay? Oh.
depending on everyone, so everyone is different, right? Everyone has different needs. So
Mm,
if they have a need of like, oh, I need someone to coach me, not just on that, because everyone can get diet plans, but it's
mm,
the coaching that helps, right?
mm,
It's the one-on-one coaching. So I'm like, okay, are you ready to invest in coaching? Is this something that you want, right? And
mm,
then if they're like, yeah, and then I'll be like, okay, I usually have three different options for them. You know, the
mm,
best, better, and good. Best, better,
mm,
and good. Why? Is because if you only give them one offer, they're like, oh no, it's too expensive. Oh, I can't afford that, right? But
mm,
if you have three in mind, so have in mind three, when you give them
mm,
like the lowest one or the highest one, you can always go down,
mm.
right? If you
Yeah.
give them, if you start with the best, let's say, oh, my best is I can have one-on-one coaching for X amount of dollars. Is this something that you are looking into, right? They're like, oh no, I can't invest that much right now. I don't have that money. Like, okay, what's your budget, right? What's your budget in solving this problem? They're like, oh, so and so, and then you're like, okay, then I have the middle one. That's within your budget. Is this something that you want to go move on with, right? If it matches, then like, okay, perfect, done. I send you the link, you pay, right? They're like, oh no, I don't have whatever, right? Blah blah blah. And then you're like, okay, this is my least option. It's still within your budget, but my service will go all the way down. It could be just a supplement by then, right? The
Mm,
first two is where you can have in one-to-one interaction with me, but the last one would probably be just a supplement
mm,
with like a PDF or a video, and that's it. Because that
mm.
is the last one, right? They may or may not try that. It's up to them, but it's you already gave them three, right? Like, there's no point on giving them more because people don't like more too much options. Too much is too like people can't think.
They
So
lost,
three
yeah.
is good.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. So like three is good, and then when they finish the last one, you're like, oh, are you ready for the next one, right? When they finish this
mm,
one, are you ready for this one, right? So it's always ascension model. Like
mm.
I mentioned this in this week's course where we're like we always want to give them ascension model of like service of you can provide to them. Does that make more sense?
Mm, mm,
Does that
mm.
answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, it's as you said, we're doing all this to make money. We're not just posting and just like a hobby. So I just want to know,
No.
yeah, actually the business side, how it can be expand. Now I'm learning more that you got multiple way to generate leads and multiple way to fulfill their needs.
Hmm.
I didn't know about you doing wellness, like a one-on-one coaching session. Actually, you get paid. I mean, offering those paid course. That's really good. Like obviously, someone benefit out of it. Have
Yeah.
you studied anything? Like, do you have any like a qualification in wellness?
No, but I'm a NLP coach, so neuro-linguistic practitioner. So
Mm,
neuro-linguistic is what do you know Tony Robbins?
yeah,
So Tony Robbins is big on neuro-linguistic. So it's using your brain
brain power.
language
Yeah,
to the language of your brain. So you know how we
mm,
always have a voice in our brain? It's like, oh, don't
yeah.
do this. Oh, you're doing too loud. Or was that too bad? Like the voice on our head, right? So that's neuro-linguistic. So I am certified as a neuro-linguistic coach because that goes into the
Mm,
mindset. Because
mm,
everything we do is all in our mindset. It's not so much of like can we or cannot do. I'm a firm believer we are all capable of doing like because we are
mm.
able to use our phones on computer like this to actually use it. Like there's skills that we can learn, right? But the main problem is with our language and our brain like the little chatters like oh that's not for you oh you're too old oh you're whatever like all those chatters
Yeah,
right so it's about reprogramming that to to get them to from point A to point B so I always know no matter if it's wellness or the business or whatever it is I always have something to teach them how to get A to B faster with the brain, the mindset,
mindset.
the language how to get there, right? Because we sell supplements, we sell how to make money online, but most of the time it's the language
Mm,
that's stopping us, right? It's not so much like we can see people who success selling toothpaste, right? But then we have a small sound, oh, toothpaste, so little. Oh, no, 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 like all those chatters on the side, but like it's all about the little chatters so that we can or cannot do certain things.
that's totally makes sense. Yeah, that's because when I chat to Colleen and she shared, oh, she had this operation and then she lost 10 kg and all those things. And if we chat like losing weight is not more of counting calories. It's about
Mm,
lifestyle and mindset change because you
mm,
are you helping them with the mindset and lifestyle change, isn't it? Because that's the
mm.
part they need the help the most once they get
Yeah,
it and they can maintain. So
yeah,
I'm getting it now. Yes. So regardless of weight problem, whatever problem, business is all to do with the mindset. Once you got it fixed, then
yeah,
you can fly.
yeah.
Mm,
And we also, with small stuff like this, we're building trust.
mm,
Like they're like, oh, Courtney helped me with this. I'm having a lot of trust with you. So whatever you
mm,
offer me next, I'll be like, okay, because I have a trust with you already.
right.
So building a social media is all about trust. So before
Mm,
when I don't have 100K of following, the trust is lower, you know?
mm,
Like remember I said like you guys have Amazon, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have like Yelp or like those food critics, like how many stars for restaurants? Like when you go out to
Uh,
eat,
yeah.
right? When you search maybe on
Google. Yeah. Google
Google
rating. Yeah.
ratings, and then when you see how many stars and then how many
Mm,
people,
mm,
technically, if you see a restaurant with no stars, with no rating, you'd be like, oh, I don't know if I want
yeah.
to go, right? But with
Mm,
like a 4.5 stars and then with 2,000 rating, you'd be like, okay, let's try it, right?
that's right.
Same thing.
Yes.
Same thing with our social media. With more following and with more views, people are like, oh, he knows what he's talking about. Oh, he knows what he's doing, right? It's a mindset game. So why are we building this? Is because it's like a business card. We want to build the business card. We want to build those stars, those ratings, those reviews. And it's based on how many followers and how many views of your Instagram has. But those are it's a formula. It's not a guessing game, right? Like I've taught you how to have that formula, replicate what's working, what's relevant to working moms, what's relevant, what are they searching, right? Then by that you can remake those videos, and then you are more relevant to them. Does
Mm,
that make sense? So
mm,
by more relevant, they'll follow you, and then from if you have a perfect business card, then when people land on your business card, your profile, then they'll be like, oh, Courtney knows what she's doing. Courtney really
mm,
knows how to help moms to be less stressful or be less
mm,
guilty or whatever it is, right? And then
mm.
your back end with your back end offer, we always have to have an offer to earn money, right? If there's
Yeah.
no offer, there's no money. But your offer is always either supplement or coaching or whatever you plan to do, right? So the offer is very important, but the offer has to tie in with your business card, like your profile. Who are
Yeah.
you helping and how are you helping them?
Right. Mm.
Does it make more sense now? Like the whole point?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Yes.
all the software, like system IO, the landing page, many chats, everything is because we want them to buy the offer. If it's supplement, it's
Mm,
supplement. If it's your coaching, it's your coaching. You can even tie them together, right? If you buy like um 6 months of Meta, I'll give you personal coaching.
mm,
Then it's tied together.
mm,
Because why do I need to buy from Courtney but not from Ben? Because Courtney, if I buy 6 months of Meta, Courtney will coach me 6 months.
mm,
But if I
mm,
buy from Ben, it's just a supplement.
mm.
Does that make more sense? Like how you can
Oh,
mix into
very.
it.
Yes. Yes. Because that way they can get benefit out of building trust and yeah. So let's say someone joined you the 10K walk daily through your posting, and some of them ended up that wellness, that business chat you created. So that means, so they started with this wellness journey with you, then build the trust. And how, so they ask you to, how do you earn money out of it? So then you invited them, or how that transition worked for you so far,
I
starting
just
from
so
wellness.
it's a mostly on stories. So
Mm,
on stories, that's where it happens. I ask people if they want the next step, right?
mm,
Because this is more intimate with me where like I'm not charging them, but I'm coaching
mm.
them. Does it make more sense? Like I'm not
Yeah.
charging anyone because usually these intimate groups is either a subscription base, like you pay like $20 or $5, whatever, to get
Mm,
access to people like that,
mm,
right? But without paying, they are getting access to it and they want to see what's behind the scenes. But if they're ready to buy, they're ready for next step, then we direct message, we private message each other, right? Then they're like,
mm,
okay, I'm ready to take the next step. I'm ready to buy whatever I have my offer, right? Like
mm,
if it's a supplement or if it's a other coaching or it's another program or other um products, whatever it is, they're like, okay, I'm ready, right? But we need to warm it up. So from cold market to warm up to ready to buy, it's like a process, right? So before when we have name lists, right? It's like warm market. right? But the name list is from usually a cold market too,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
when we list out our people, it's like, oh, does your husband have friends? Does your husband have employees? Does your husband have business partners? Does your husband have a sister? Oh, does his sister have? It's all listing out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you can only list out so many people. There's only
Mm.
so many people we can list out. But with social media, we're able to attract the right people. We're attracting for you, like you're attracting the moms, you're attracting the working moms, you're attracting the stressful working moms, right? So, and then
Mm.
your offer is like, I help you with your stress first, and then I help you with your money, right? So I attract and then I help you. Does that
Mm.
make more sense? So
Yeah.
that way, it's like two levels because not everyone wants another business. Not everyone wants business, but
Mm.
sometimes they just want you to help them with better sleep, better
Mm.
hormones, better period.
Mm.
And then when they're
Mm.
ready, they're like, "Hey, I see you always earning money. How do you do that?" Right?
Mm.
And then
Mm.
you like,
Mm.
"This is how I do it. Do you want to do it?" Right? If you
Ah,
want,
okay.
then I can teach you. But like
Yeah.
most of the time, building trust is like help me with my stress, help me with my sleep, help me with my hormone, help me with my anxiety, help me with my pimple, help me with my arm pain, whatever is you're helping them, right? But then afterwards you're like, okay, now ultimately money can solve a lot of things, right? Money can solve. So from just helping them with physical stuff, then you help them with money, right? But like it all came from your videos, your reels, stressful moms, mom confessions, mom hacks. Like all these are attracting moms because that's the
Mm.
demographic you chose to attract, and that's what you relate to them, right? You relate to these moms. They can relate to you. I can relate to you. So that's when they want to know, oh, how can I get more of Courtney? How can I get more of what Courtney has, right? Why is Courtney so free? How she have so much energy? Does that answer the question of
Yeah.
like how the whole flow is coming through?
Yeah. Whole picture, big picture, I got it. So what I was curious that that Instagram chat. I thought everyone's is from. I saw your story posting say, I wanna do something, and which channel do you want? You put give option for Facebook group, Instagram chat, and Instagram chat was the highest one. I remember the posting. So, but I didn't reply to that story post, but I invited in this Instagram chat. So I just want to know, how did you plan and who did you chose? I mean,
So
invited. How
either
did
they
you make
say
a list of those
yes,
people?
either they say
Mm.
yes to the pro, or they are my one of my like I'm working with them.
Doing this business online
Either
course or
business
something.
or products, right? They either business or products.
Ah, okay.
So
Even up. Okay.
it's the next step of my it's so from if they're just my people who like on my like they just like my post or they just comment on my post, those I consider very cold, like very
Mm,
cold market. The next step would be this group is they where they're ready, they bought already, or I'm already working with them, but they are not ready to go another step.
mm,
Because another step would be either my team or people that I work really close with to
mm,
teach them whatever they need to teach, right? But this
mm.
free group is just where they can have more direct um access to me.
Yeah, I was curious how you qualify. Who will be qualified to become in, I mean, joined in this
So they
group?
either buy
Because
from me or they're already working
mm,
with me.
mm, okay, because I thought this everyone is doing this 6 weeks course and you create a group for them, but I've noticed Colin is not the case and other people is not. So I just was okay, understood.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, those are steps. Oh yeah.
It's just it's just putting them into different groups.
Mm,
So when they're ready, then they can move on.
mm,
Because when
mm.
they're not ready, you still need to kind of get to know them more.
We need a more interaction. Yeah.
Yeah. So
to get to
either
know them.
sometimes direct message is good, sometimes group is good. It really depends. Because some people don't like to be in groups. Some people just like direct message, but direct message is very tiring.
Yeah. I
It's very tiring. So
yeah.
I much rather put them in a group and they have like a group session, and then like when they're ready, they will direct message me, right?
Mm. How do you manage your time? Because you got people from all different time zone.
Yeah, but I just give whatever is on my time, and when we need to, like, let's say for you, like we will meet on a certain date and
Mm,
time, so we set
mm,
that date and time. But for most,
mm,
I just send whatever on my time zone, and then they would just reply me. It's just like emails, right?
mm,
Like there's
mm,
no time set that it's not time sensitive. Let's say that it's not time sensitive.
mm,
Like it's just like a message or like an email. It's just back and forth. There's no time sensitive on that.
mm. Yeah. No, I just curious because you probably have your team to do like a
Yeah.
probably regular Zoom course or whatever, and you have this one-on-one, and between that a lot of message, and you do your posting as well and study,
Yeah.
and yeah,
But
just
it's work. So always see what works around your schedule, right? Don't work around other people's because you're already busy enough as a mom and a full-time job. So I would say just see what works around your schedule instead of you going to them.
mm,
Because we want to set an example, right? The, pro- the real thing where we're doing is just that we want more time, we want more freedom, we want more money. But if we're not setting that as an example for our for other people, then it's just like crossing the boundary, if that makes
yeah,
sense. So we
yeah,
have to have boundaries like, this is my daughter time, this is my husband time, this is my work time. But I have this time that you can come, I can coach you. But like other times it's my daughter, it's my husband, it's my work, right?
excellent. Yeah, very good. Because I burnt out actually, though doing the new skin stuff, meeting people face to face. And I had got all that rash and inflammation covered my face.
Oh.
And even though I was taking Meta, and that really got me.
Mm.
And wow. And if I, yeah. So actually, it didn't help my business because I'm taking Meta and people see, and I couldn't go to work because I got all the rash and the skin reaction
Mm.
just covered my face. And it's then, yeah, then I had
Is
to
that
change
from
direction.
stress?
I think so because I done the allergy test
Yeah.
and nothing came out. And I've noticed, and I just started. I do the fasting, and once I cleared the symptoms, someone suggested me. So I just introducing different food and check. But I've
Mm.
noticed later on, even though I'm eating exactly same food, some days no reaction, some days it flares up. So it
Mm.
depends how tired I am, how stressed I am,
Mm.
even though my mind is okay. I didn't feel I'm stressed and tired, but my body is not. Because
Yeah.
my I don't know, I maintain my mindset too strong, maybe. My body is getting a little bit old. So it was a different, interesting journey to go through all that. So I need to be very careful now. If I get too stressed and too tired, it comes back. So just
Yeah.
managing it. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's why we have
so
process, we have
mm,
systems, we have softwares, like
mm,
to all these software, the landing page, the all the back end stuff,
mm,
so that you don't have to always go do that. Like I
mm,
don't do a lot of these fault like I told you, and I think one of the weeks I'm like I most of the follow-ups is now on automation. I don't
mm.
want to keep on just repeating the same things. Like that's not how I want to do things. Like repeating the same thing is very pointless, right?
Yeah. And
And it's
actually
not
go and
replicable.
physically see them.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
the
duplicatable. You can't
mm,
duplicate that, right? So
mm,
from you need to start like, okay, this is how it is, so you can duplicate it, right? So they can duplicate it as well. Because if they see
mm,
you like, oh, Courtney needs to go drive this, drive 30 minutes there, drive 40 minutes there, drive 15 minutes there. and then have another 30-minute conversation, and then an hour dinner, hour lunch, and a 30-minute coffee. It's like, when are we making money? You know? Like it does not make sense. So you need to start with you and then set example. But at the same time, we're not doing these things. We're using AI, we're using systems, we're using computer softwares to help us to do that instead of us doing it. Does that make more sense? Like I
Yeah,
like the
definitely.
whole point of all this is hopefully to educate how people can do it, right? I don't know why. I actually get a lot of New Zealand and Australia too. Because there's like a lot of I have a physiotherapist that is in Australia that's wanting, like, it's not new skin, it's just health. It's just health and wellness, right? And he's like learning how to leverage this to not just work at the clinic, but also serve people online. So everyone is different, but we want to get our time back, not give out our time. But we need systems, softwares, AI to keep on doing what we're doing.
Mm. I think New Zealand, Australia is quite behind on that area. Now people want to grow that area. That's I mean, compared to US and
Really?
Europe, I think yeah, New Zealand is way behind. Australia is okay, but compared to US, probably quite behind on this online business thing, and people have to go move on to the new chapter. I think that could be the trend. But many of those physiotherapists and this acupuncture places, they're not moving into that. That law change as well also. That
Right.
ACC or something, they getting less customer through this
Yeah.
government benefit. The government cut down a lot of benefit.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
many
yeah.
of them are closing down. They need a different source of income,
Oh,
different
okay, that
channel.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know why. Like my reach is mostly US and New Zealand and Australia right now. Like that's where I'm getting the most people wanting something like this.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing all those things. You gave me very good insight of like my short-term and long-term plan. You covered, yeah, a lot. And it's,
My
yeah,
pleasure.
because I can definitely see that you've been doing it and you know what you're doing. You spend a lot of time and effort to learn and grow. It's definitely showing. So
You are too.
I'm really
You are on
impressed.
here and learning too. So you are learning too.
I enjoy really learning journey with you. Yeah, I really, really appreciate. It's like all what you covered is not completely new. I've seen the YouTube video and covering those like bit by sides, and it was just everywhere. I couldn't put it together. I wasn't smart enough
Mhm.
to practically put it together and actually action it. But you guided me very well, so I know step by step doing what to do. I still don't have a lot of many followers yet, but I'm a lot more clear that what to do and where to go next and how to attract the customer. It's a proven formula there. I just need to stick to it. That to do that, I just need to build a strong mindset, all those things, and down the track, how to go to grow business, not only doing it this as a hobby. So that's really good. Thank you very, very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you. You were great. Just keep practicing. I mean, like I took months to
Mm.
practice the formula. Like it's a
Mm.
formula, but it's like Kumon, remember? It's like Kumon. Like
Mm.
we need to keep on doing the same practice over and over and over again to so that we get to know exactly what to do right away, right? But like it's the formula that we need to practice. But if we go offline to do our own thing and not stick with the formula, then we're not practicing. We're exploring. So from practicing
Mm.
to exploring is two different things. But we want to
Mm.
practice first. When we practice, then we can explore. Without practicing, then you're still guessing, right? But what we have here is just like it works, and it worked for many different industry, not just for new skin, not just for wellness, but it works. Like this is how people generate leads and how they close it. But now we put in new skin or whatever you want to put in, like it still works. It has to be relevant, it has to be proven. People are searching for it because your bio is directly relating to your content. Your bio needs to relate to your content. So when people come to your bio, they're like, oh, right, Courtney is a mom. Courtney is helping moms. Courtney is helping mom with this, right? That's why I saw the video because it's a mom video. So it has to make sense.
Mm, mm.
Right. Yeah.
So just going forward, even though my views are slightly lower than mom hacks one, the confession one is slightly lower than certain mom hacks video, but I
I would
liked it.
switch it up. I would
Yeah.
switch it up. So
Mm,
like there's not like so right now your mom confession, right? It does
mm,
not mean that you only do mom confession. Like the
mm-hmm,
no one is like, Courtney, you must do this and no nothing else. No one's saying that, okay? But
mm,
we want to test out different things. So
mm,
because for me, I have anti-aging, I have sugar, I have bloating, I have poo. Like all these are keywords, right?
mm-hmm,
So your keyword, you already found mom hacks and
mm,
maybe mom confession, right? But mom
mm,
hacks definitely is one of your keywords. So when you're confused or when you're like very tired, you're like, oh, I don't have brain energy, I don't want to do research. Just go back to mom hacks because you know mom hack work, right? So
mm,
mix it up. It's like
mm,
tossing everything. Like when you find another one, like if you let's say mom confession works again, so you have mom hacks and mom confession, then you want to explore another one, right? Keep on
mm,
researching. But you know for sure mom hack definitely works, right?
mm,
So when you're very tired, when you're out of juice, when you can't find any research, just go back to mom hacks, right?
mm, mm,
Do a week of mom hacks, do 1 week of mom hacks, then you don't need to think. You right? Because right now, when I don't want to think, I go back to bloating, I go back to um poo, or I go back to sugar or anti-aging. That's when I don't want to think. That's when I'm like, I'm very tired, I don't have time. I'm just gonna stick with
mm,
what I know because these are proven, right? So your proven is mom hacks and maybe mom confession, maybe. We still need more time, but mom hacks
yeah,
definitely works. But you
mm,
can also add on to mom hacks, right? Mom hacks for sleeping, mom hacks for stress, right? You can extend your keyword. It's not just mom hack. Do you remember like when we do our um, research on TikTok,
mm-hmm.
we don't have to just do. Can you see my screen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We just don't mom. See, mom hacks and tips, mom hack for kids, for babies, for toddlers, for organizing, right? We don't have to stick on just mom hacks. Does that make more sense? So you can
Yes.
expand on mom hacks. So mom hacks for organizing, mom hacks for stress. See if we have stress. Still mom hacks. De-stress. See how to de-stress. Maybe not for stress, but like you can expand on mom hacks for these things, right? Organizing, traveling, mosquitoes, beach, whatever it is. Teens. Let's see if we have mom hacks for teens. Still how it works. So, but your mom hack is your biggest keyword. That makes sense.
Mm,
Mom hacks for lying teens. So you can expand on it. Like mom hacks for blah, mom blah blah blah. You know,
yeah.
like this part is whatever for work, maybe working mom hacks for full-time job, right? Like so you can expand on it. It's not just one mom hacks is definitely a proven one, but you can expand on it through words. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
For
Oh,
perfect
oh,
job.
okay. Mm,
See, perfect job works, you know. So you can even say mom hacks for extra income, right? So you have a lot,
Mm,
right? For single moms. But mom hack is your main keyword. Stay at home mom's perfect for you. How to make so you're crossing boundary with like making money online right now. Like because making money is a keyword, right? Making money is a keyword right here. But like
mm,
yours is mom hack for money, maybe. Money saving tips, so
mm,
luxury saving hacks. So mom hacks for whatever it can be your thing too. You don't have to stay in just mom hack, or you don't have to use mom confession. So you can always toss it around, but like always like you just probably need to find, I would say maybe four main key phrases, keyword for your hook, then you're Gucci. Because I only have like five, three, four, five, and it works. I keep on repeating it. Because after you
mm,
hook them in, you can say whatever you want, right?
mm,
Like after you hook them in, you can say whatever you want. So pretty much like if you money saving hacks, same thing. Like mom hacks for you is just like it works perfectly.
mm,
Is that
mm.
more clear?
Yeah, I was
Do you have any yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
So that that my confession video started from one high view. It's little bit mirroring to Jen's divorce video. So
Yeah,
Jen's case is she just focusing only divorce, nothing else.
yeah,
Very same and same format. Then I got a little bit confused. Does it mean that I have to stick to only this type
no,
of video? But what you're saying is no, just mix it up. It's more relevant to moms. So probably mom hands four. My keyword will be money saving and organizing and
anything
maybe something.
and
Yeah. So maybe
anything.
finding
So
topic
mom
within
hacks.
there.
So always see what's proven, right? Always mom hacks for
Find the highest, pick
yeah,
highest
find the
maybe
highest
top
high
five
high
topics. Yeah.
yeah, but always test it out for a week, right?
Mm,
I wouldn't keep switching. Test it out for a week. You know how mom confession you did it for 1 week, then you
mm,
know you know how it is. But like
mm,
test out one hook. So that is your hook, right? This is the mom hacks. If this is your hook, because you see mom hack. But that's the hook. That's the
mm,
hook of your video. But the hook can always change. Does that make more sense? Mom hacks for organizing. You did quite a few of these ones, right? But then organizing might not only be moms, right? It can go be like DIY organizing now. So it's always crossing, right? It does not have to be just one. Is that
mm,
helping you clear out
mm. So
mom
the
hack?
testing out for 1 week is, for example, mom hacks for organizing, but that's slightly different subheading. The testing that specific one for 1 week, is that what you mean? Or just the mom hack in general, whatever mom hacks, just testing on 1 week,
So test out the whole keyword. So if let's say
mom hack.
mom hacks for
Yeah.
cooking, this is your
Mm-hmm.
your hook. This is your hook for the video. So you know how you're doing mom confession? That's your hook, right? That's your hook phrase. So then your mom hack for cooking will be your main hook phrase.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then mom hack for organizing or for traveling can be your hook phrase for 1 week.
Mm.
Or maybe summer, maybe now it's summer, maybe like there's a lot of summer hacks. Yeah, summer hacks for summer. See, mom hacks for summer. Do you see that? This one?
Mm.
Summer hacks. Because now it's summer, right? Oh no, wait. For you guys are not summer. You guys are
The
winter.
winter. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Same. There's it's a seasonal hack. Of course there is season. No, winter mom hacks, right? You're changing. Do you get what I'm doing? Like I'm just changing one part of the hook, but we know that mom hacks work. right? We're just adding on to the hook. Whatever you add, make sure you test. Let's say for winter, this is what you're adding on to, right? For winter, we want to test that out for 1 week. Mom
Okay.
hacks for winter for 1 week. Then we know if it's working or not. Because if we don't have enough data, I can't see if it's working or not, right?
Mm-mm.
You need data. So then we don't guess. Without data, we're always guessing, right? Let's say if you want to do mom hacks for uh daughter, right?
Mm.
And can work or cannot work, but we need to prove it. If there's no one doing daughter hacks, then may not work. There's newborn hacks, right? So maybe not a daughter hack. Do you get what I'm
Mom
trying
hacks,
to say?
yeah. Mom hacks for cold. Can you
For
see
cold,
colds? I think I saw something.
is this what you mean? Cold?
Yeah.
For flu, maybe. Like again, like we need to. So this is when you go into like testing phase, right? You want to do the
Mm.
research. Mom
Mm.
hacks, yeah, it somewhat flu season hack. Then it's not mom hack. Then it's just flu season hack, right? But you can still
Mm.
say mom hacks for flu because it still
Mm.
pulls it up.
Mm.
So we were keeping this mom hack, but we're just changing the back end.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mom hack for sick kids, seems like this one mom hack for sick kids. So again, we're keeping mom hacks, but we're adding sick kids because it works. This one is
Mm.
this one is telling you it works already for sick kids. See, mom hacks for sick kids, parenting hack for things. So it works. Mom hacks for sick kids. Exactly. We're doing the same hook for your
Yeah.
content. So we just want to make sure the proven hook, right? We prove that mom hack works, and then now we prove that mom hack for sick kids work. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
Mm.
Does it give you
Mm.
more clarity?
Yeah.
Okay. So like always just add on to mom hacks,
Mm.
right? Or you can do mom confession. Like just have few, you have to have a lot, you know? Because if you go to Jean's account, she doesn't have a lot. She has one.
Mm.
But how she found that one, if you go back to her other account, she tested
Mm.
so many in order for her to find the divorce one. And when she
Mm.
found the divorce one, she decided I can't, like she doesn't want her previous followers to see. So she
Mm.
took that one hook and opened a separate account and just did
Mm.
that divorce one. But she tested it a million, like so many on her other account.
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? Like you can,
Yeah.
but be clear on what you're doing. Test and then go and do it. Test and then go and do it, right? And you don't need a lot. If you find one that's working really well, stick with it. Milk it, milk it, milk it until there's no more views. You know, like milk it until there's like dead views. You don't need to keep changing. Because if you look at mine, I'm always about anti-aging, sugar, bloating, gut. That's it. I don't go venture out in other stuff, you know,
Mm. Mm.
because we've done the testing phase already.
Mm.
Does that make more sense? Like you don't need to keep on testing. When you found, let's say, four or even three, two or three winning ones, you're good. You can just keep adding on to the end. You don't need to keep reinventing it because that's not
Mm.
what we're here for. We're not here
Mm.
to be like famous. Okay, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to prove what works, attract those people, talk to them in the pain point, and then give them the offer. That's what we're doing. But we're proving every step. We're not guessing. There's no guessing in any of what we're doing.
So when I did the exactly same posting on my old account and I put it in the new account, but viewed significantly lower for the in new account for the same
You have to
one.
test it for more than 1 day. You can't test it just for 1 day, right? Like, and
Then
then
need to go
also
more.
stop looking at day one posting views. A
Mm.
video has 90 days, 90 days to
Right,
be blown up. Okay.
right.
But so when I ask you to do 1 week of mom confession, that's because I have at least seven data of 7 days of seven different things to study on. Then I'm not guessing. Because if you're only doing one and then you switch the hook and then you keep switching the hook, we're not studying. We're just guessing, right?
Mm, mm, mm.
All the steps we're here doing, every little thing, we're studying. We're not guessing. Like why do we want to have the TikTok here? It's because we're studying what is working. If it's not over 1 million, don't even do it, right? But if we have mom hacks for certain things, we know that it works. Do you know what I mean? Like we know
Mm,
it works. Travel tips. Does that make more sense? And give you more clarity on like what exactly we can test and we do. And then if it doesn't work, then scrap it. Like
mm,
if it's after 7 days of let's say mom confession and it's not increasing anything, we scrap it. We don't use it.
mm,
Then we go back to always fall back on what we know. Because what you
mm,
know exactly now is mom hacks. You know it works for sure,
mm,
right? There's no guessing.
mm,
But you
mm,
can expand on mom hacks for sick kids, and we know it
mm,
works. But now it needs to work for you,
mm.
right? So you can do a week of mom hack for sick kids, but wait until your kid is sick, you know? Right? Because you don't want to boil her something. It's like, okay, what am I gonna do with this now, right? But if your kid is sick, you're most likely giving her like some kind of potion, some kind of like I don't know, like a
Okay.
you know like I take a lot of Chinese potion when I'm sick that my mom passed on to me
Mm,
that I
yeah.
only make when I'm sick, right? But if I'm not sick, I'm not gonna make it because who's gonna drink it, right? So wait until your kid is sick, then you can, or your husband is sick. It's like mom hacks for sick kids or mom hack for sick husband, right? Then you can, you know how you're not wasting time. Remember, we're not adding on to your life. We don't want to do that. We're filming whatever you're doing already. My 10K step, I'm not adding on. I'm doing it every day. I'm not adding on to my life. I'm just making
Mm,
that so that I can profit from what I'm doing. I'm walking
mm,
10K already. Why not profit from it?
mm.
You know what I mean?
Okay, then maybe sick kids, my kids don't get sick thanks to you. They don't, seriously. Since they taking G3 and things, they don't fall sick for last 2 years. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like that can be a post too. You know,
Yeah.
if
Mm,
they don't get sick at all, but you can still do mom hacks for sick kids. And this is your let's say your G3 is just pour down like the orange juice, like the G3 in a clear cup, and then you're like, this is my hack. And then
mm,
don't give it away. Don't give it away. Oh, this is G3. Oh, don't give it away. Oh, this is not, you know, say if you want this, comment juice. Then I'll give you more info. Do you see where
mm,
I'm cutting it? Like I need
mm,
to cut it where people want it.
mm,
They want more info from you, Courtney. That's when you cut it. So when
mm,
you're pouring, you're like, oh, mom hack for sick kids, and you're pouring. So the video is you pouring. The hook is mom hack for sick kids. You're pouring, and then they're drinking, and then you cut, and then you comment like, and then your text would be comment juice for more info, and that's it.
mm,
That's the cut. That's where
mm.
you cut it, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's when people want more, right? But if you're like,
Mm,
oh, this is G3, this has fruit, this has blah 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 blah, then there's
mm,
no interaction anymore.
mm,
Do you get it? So like we need to
mm.
cut it before they like say, ah, say, ah. That's when you want to cut it. You get it? That's the point. So
Okay.
your videos does not have to be a minute long. It should be around 30 to 40 seconds.
Mm. Oh, it's an Instagram video, 1.1 minute 30 second is maximum?
Yeah.
I think I try to do something. Yeah,
But you
okay.
don't need that long. Like if you're saying
No,
something that long, I'll be like, we can cut it somewhere, you know?
yeah, yeah. No, there's a one video. I saw it in TikTok, but I got it in
Yeah.
YouTube. That about mom. Someone's talking about mom, and it's very emotional. And it's just 1 minute 45 seconds, but the highlight
Slow.
coming at last one. And I posted it. I said, "Oh, the highlight's been cut off. There's no point." But okay, I found it's about 1 minute 30 seconds. It just cut.
And you
So I
move
tried.
it. So you move it. You move it like so I
Yeah.
can
So
show
I
you
have to
what I
re-edit.
did.
Yeah. So
So
I get
for
the
a lot of
highlight
the
in there.
videos that I repost, so my walking one, where's the walking one? This one. This one, it was a very long video, but I simply just cut into the main point. 7,000 steps. What will it get you? It'll get you the results, you know? But this original video was very long. It was like an
Mm.
hour long. But I cut it right when the main point is 7,000 steps will get you this, you know? So it's very short to the point. Does that make more sense? Like it's giving you the value right away. I don't want to wait. So always count
Yeah.
3 seconds. In 3 seconds, if I'm not giving you what you want, garbage. Like when you edit your videos, count 3 seconds, right? One, two, three. If it's not, then people swipe up. You do that too. Like we do that all the time. We swipe up every 3 seconds. Just count 3 seconds. If it's not to the main point, it's too long. Cut it.
Yeah, I
Does it
have
make more
to
sense?
edit it. Mm-mm.
3 seconds. Just three. One, two, three. So after your hook, right? Mom hacks for blah blah blah. One, two, three. You should tell me already in those 3 seconds, right? Because you're saying already, mom hacks for sick kids. I know what I'm getting into. So in 3 seconds, you better tell me what it is. So mom hack for sick kids, if I'm pouring G3, then those 3 seconds is pouring, pouring, drinking, right? Pouring, pouring, drinking. And then cut. And then I'm like, if you more want info, comment juice. Then I'll be like, you know,
Mm. Mm-mm.
give me
Mm.
more. So I will be very good and listen and I'll comment juice. Because I'm like, I want it, right? Do you get the whole flow?
Yeah.
Mom hack for sick kids, pouring, pouring, drink, 3 seconds, and then cut. Comment juice for blah blah blah. And that's it. The whole video can be less than 30 seconds, right?
Mm.
So it's very
Okay.
simple.
Mm. Edit
Any
it.
more questions?
No, no, you we covered a lot. Thank you. Yeah. There is some slides that I haven't received, so I message you
Okay.
which one. I think I I got the list and I message you. And this Zoom recording we do weekly basis. I received none of that. So if you
Okay,
can,
I can send it to you too. I'll put it on YouTube so then you have a longer because the Zooms go away for a while.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll give you all the YouTube videos.
YouTube link for okay. Then all the week five online actually the webinar one on Zoom link because I
Yeah,
only
yes.
got Zoom link. Yeah.
So I'll
Oh.
give you for all the weeks in YouTube links. Then you have
Mm,
YouTube links to it, and
mm-hmm.
also the files are actually so all the files are actually on the back end. So if you log on to the stand store, you should be able to see all the backends. But I can send it to you as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Backend, I didn't get it, but yeah, if you're sending it,
So
that's
if
okay.
you go
Oh,
into the backends are under the stand stores. So if you go into these ones, so we and then you should see here, like you
oh,
see this.
okay.
So you
I
know how you
don't.
yeah. I
I
can
didn't have a
send
link
you
for Stand Store.
that's when you paid, I believe.
Oh, I paid through, what is the word? It's forgotten. You know how Amazon pay you? I paid you through there.
Oh, it's okay. I'll send you everything with YouTube links then. That'll be easier for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
whatever.
Okay.
That's fine. Because yeah, my husband wasn't comfortable putting my credit card details in
Oh, it's okay.
Instagram. So he
Okay.
he asked me to pay to different channel. That's how I paid. So I never got that the
Oh,
link.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All good.
All good. Okay.
Any more questions for me?
Oh, I think I'll just take it in for now. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so
I'm
much,
always
Ben.
just a message away. You have my contact. You have my Instagram. I'm always just a message away.
Will do. I'll message you. Keep in
Okay.
touch. Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much,
Thank
Ben.
you, Courtney. See ya. Bye.